Hazleton area with another turnover. Johnson feeds Slaughter. Shots blocked by Kraus. And we're going to have a Williamsport foul. We'll have to see who it's called on. And I believe Chris Live's going to go to shoot another 1-and-1.
Here you see the driving to the basket. I believe that's Ryan Brown. Goes up. Nice block by Kraus. Good job defensively. Hazleton area to the line. Chris Live, again, 1-and-1.
I believe I heard that the foul was called on Chevy Troutman, his first, the team 8th of this first half. Live has 3 points. Hazleton area has a 2-point lead. There's a look at the sophomore point guard for the Cougars. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Williamsport trails by 2.
Need to take advantage of the situation they're in with the foul shooting.
Troutman's shot is up and good. This game is tied at 13.
Get the ball in high to Troutman. He goes up with the 6-7 frame, was able to put the ball up, ties the score with the 2-pointer from inside.
Troutman leads Williamsport with 6. Chris Live drives, dishes to Patrick. His jumper off the mark. Johnson with the rebound.
Williamsport in a hurry to get the ball down the floor.
Brown to Troutman. His shot is up and good, and it's good. He has a chance for a 3-point play.
Nice job. Got the ball into Troutman. He was able to put it up. 2-pointer. Here's the replay of Troutman going up, making the basket, pumping in midair, then coming down, makes the basket.
We're going to call a foul on Bobby Broyan, his first, the team 4th. Checking into the game for Hazleton area is Eric Yablonsky. Chevy Troutman with 8, trying to make it 9 for himself and a 3-point lead for Williamsport. And he does not. So Williamsport up 2. Troutman fails to convert on the 3-point play. Eric Yablonsky in for Bobby Broyan. Shot by Yablonsky is no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Williamsport looking to run. They've got Troutman. Williamsport up 4.
Troutman quickly down the floor. Puts it up for 2. Williamsport does a nice job getting the ball down the floor very quickly.
The double team comes. Slaughter up and good. Williamsport up 6.
Derek Slaughter all alone underneath. Williamsport now opening it up.
There's another turnover. Troutman goes for the dunk and misses. But Slaughter's shot no good. Troutman with another rebound. His shot no good, but he's fouled.
Troutman dominating under the board. Williamsport comes away with 3 shots. None of them drop, but Troutman is fouled, and he will go to the line.
Fouls on Jamison, his first, the team 5th. But Troutman will go to the line to shoot 2. He's got 10 of Williamsport's 19 points. Chevy Troutman in the line with 2 shots. First shot is good. 2013 Williamsport. Jeremiah Washington checking back into the game for Williamsport. He replaces Justin Holt. Chevy Troutman, a 6'7" junior. Second is no good, but the follow by Johnson is good. And it makes it 22-13.
Johnson strong on the board. Up, missed foul shot, he follows. There you see the replay on the miss. And there you see Johnson up high. Puts it in. Johnson and Troutman, Marty, dominating inside.
Chevy Troutman with 11 of the 22 Williamsport points. There was a foul in the backcourt. Chris Live again to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Foul was against Ryan Brown, his first, team 9th. The foul shot is off the mark. Johnson with the rebound. Looking ahead, getting back is Yablonsky. It goes off his knee, but it'll stay Williamsport basketball.
Hazleton area has not had a basket in 2 minutes. In that time, Williamsport has scored 11 points to open up the 22-13 margin.
Washington looking inside, has it stolen by Veet. So Williamsport, as we approach the 2-minute mark, is up 9 over Hazleton area in Game 2 of the Roger Snyder Memorial Basketball Classic here on WYLN with Joe DeMelfi. I'm Marty Burns. We thank you for joining us this evening on WYLN for the Roger Snyder Memorial Basketball Classic doubleheader. Chris Leib off the screen from Jamison, has it stolen by Johnson. Torrance Johnson with the slam dunk. Williamsport is up by 11.
Torrance Johnson down the floor.
And another Hazleton area turnover knocked away by Jamison. Veet recovers.
Great athletic ability. Torrance Johnson took that ball length of the floor and slammed it through for 2. 11-point lead for the Millionaires from Williamsport.
Veet from the corner, shot is off, no good. And they're going to call the foul against Jonathan Veet, and he'll be his first and the team's 6th for Hazleton area.
Veet was trying to follow his shot, got inside on Torrance Johnson. They called the foul on Veet, so Williamsport will take the ball up the floor.
With 2 fouls, Chris Leib is going to come out. Jason Krause comes in. Donald Patrick's going to check in, and he is going to replace Jonathan Veet. Justin Holt back in the game, as well as Derek Slaughter for Williamsport.
Bill Jamison in the ball game, Marty, for Hazleton, trying to get a little help inside.
Holt to Brown. Troutman up and good. He's got 13. Williamsport is up 13.
Dominating inside. He's very physical, moves to the basket well.
Holt steals it from Krause. Looking for some help. Finds Brown. Shot is up. No good. Krause with the rebound. We're under a minute left in the first half.
Williamsport defensively, Marty, very, very quick.
Bryan is going to be called for the charge.
Bryan sort of lowered his shoulder there. Was called for the offensive foul. Williamsport with 45 seconds takes possession.
And for the first time tonight, it looked like Bobby Bryan showed a little bit of impatience there. And he seems to be a little frustrated with the way things are going so far this evening.
Probably should have pulled up and tried to start their offense. Didn't want to do that. Went to the basket. Was called for the offensive foul.
There you see the clock. Be interesting to see if Williamsport elects to play for 1 shot. Sean Roberts back in the game, looking at Coach Mike Bailey for instructions.
Mike Bailey signaling 1. They're going to wait for that shot with 17 seconds left before half.
Time winding down. Holt loses control of the basketball. Desperation heave, excuse me, is no good. So we are at halftime. The score, Williamsport 26, Hazleton area 13, as you get a look at the dunk.
On behalf of WYLN, I would like to present to the American Heart Association Representative Sue Roslevich half of the gate funds tonight in memory of Roger Snyder, $680.
Thanks, Tim, and thank you to all. On behalf of the American Heart Association, we thank you. It'll go to much research and to a lot of public education.
The other half of the funds tonight will go into a scholarship fund in Roger's memory that will be presented to a senior this spring.
Thanks a lot, Tim, and it's good to see that the proceeds go into 2 very honorable causes, the Roger Snyder Memorial Scholarship Fund and the American Heart Association, and both great causes, even though they have 2 separate directions, both great causes for a great person in Roger Snyder. We'll have more halftime festivities here from Hazleton Area High School, including Jim Schappert, the councilman's halftime stats, right after this.
Troutman's a handful, and the second half see if he can continue that. I think one of the things Coach Leib talked about at halftime was getting the ball up the floor when Hazelton's pressing.
Jason Krause trying to inbound, finds Veet. Under pressure from Sam Fatherly. Then he gets it to point guard Chris Leib. Under pressure from Derek Slaughter. Joining Leib out on the floor is Krause, Patrick, Broyan, and Veet. Patrick driving baseline. Met by Troutman. He is out there with Johnson, Fatherly, Holt, and Slaughter. Slaughter on the steal to Holt. Basket is up and good by Troutman. He's got 15. The lead is 15.
Good pass by Holt. Troutman with the two-pointer. Williamsport again quickly up the floor.
Hazleton area looking inside for Patrick, and there's going to be a loose ball foul against Williamsport. It looks like it's against Justin Holt.
Justin Holt. Don Patrick trying to go inside Holt with a lot of contact, knocked Patrick down. Hazleton inbounds from under their own basket.
Bobby Broyan with the basketball. Looking for Chris Leib. Finds Veet, and he recovers, almost had it stolen.
You mentioned Williamsport's quickness.
Broyan on the drive gets his first points of the evening. Williamsport leads 28-15.
Nice job by Broyan going to the basket for Hazleton area. That was Hazleton area's first basket in 7 minutes. Nice jumper.
Slaughter, his second basket, 30-15, Williamsport.
Derek Slaughter turns around, puts it up. Williamsport leading, as you mentioned, by 15 in the third quarter.
Veet in the corner for three. It's 30-18 Millionaires. 9 points for Veet. Coming right back is Slaughter for three. Off the mark, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Justin Holt. Hazleton area basketball. They could try to get this lead cut down to 10 or less.
What they have to do here is take care of the basketball, have a chance offensively.
And that's a violation because Williamsport did not score on a basket. It was a ball knocked out of bounds.
That's exactly right. No scoring opportunity, no score. Came back. Williamsport will inbound it.
There's a look at head coach Bruce Leib. Even though the score isn't good, I think this is a tough test for this young backcourt. Troutman inside, no good, and he's going to commit the foul, I believe, over to the back, and it'll be Hazleton area basketball.
Exactly right. Troutman missed the shot, went back up over the back of the Hazleton area player. So Chris Leib will inbound it.
But Joe, what are your thoughts? Do you agree that this is a good trial under fire for this young sophomore backcourt for Bruce Leib?
I think that the first 5 games for Hazleton area, Marty, will prepare them for the season. There's no doubt about it. It's a good test.
Leib's shot was blocked, and they called a foul underneath.
I think that when you play teams like they played in the Hatboro tournament, there you see Chris Leib going to the basket.
Fouls on Fatherly, his third, the team third. Chris Leib will shoot 2.
I was saying, Marty, the teams they played in the Hatboro tournament, a very good Pottsville team, a very good Williamsport team tonight, that will definitely prepare them for the regular season play.
2 substitutions checking in. Number 34, Jared Kinley, and Jeremiah Washington checking in for Williamsport. Leib hits both. It's 30-20 Millionaires. Foul, offensive foul inside, and it looks like it's going to be against Jared Kinley, the senior, just checking in.
They're calling Kinley for a hold. So Hazleton area here, Marty, has a chance to lower, and there you see the foul right there. Official called it. Hazleton area has a chance to narrow the gap here. It is now 10. Hazleton
area trying to get this deficit under double digits. Chris Leib finds Jonathan Veet. His jumper off the back rim, no good. Patrick fights for the rebound, and he's going to be called for the foul.
Don Patrick up over the top. Williamsport area will bring it up. Hazleton missed an opportunity there, Marty, as you had mentioned, to bring the deficit down to single digits.
Bringing the ball up is Torrance Johnson, standing at 6'9", and he stepped out of bounds. Good pressure from Bobby Bryan.
He had passed the ball to his left. Looked like it was going to be knocked out of bounds. Bounced on the floor. Torrance grabbed it, but he stepped out of bounds. So Hazleton area will bring it in.
Here you see Justin Holt into the game for Williamsport.
Jason Krause will inbound it.
Here's a three for Bryan. It's good. 30-23 Williamsport.
7-point deficit for Hazleton area.
We've got a timeout from Mike Bailey. We'll see what he decides to go with. 20-second timeout for Williamsport. Hazleton area has cut the lead of Williamsport, a 13-point halftime lead, to 7.
One of the things they've done a better job of here in the second half is taking care of the basketball. Not as many turnovers. They just hit that three. Playing pretty decent defense.
We like to remind you that coming up 3 weeks from tonight right here at Hazleton Area High School, it'll be the Spartans of Wyoming Valley West coming off a victory over Pottsville last night. Will come in to play Hazleton area in Wyoming Valley Conference action. Join us at 7:45. Note the start time right here live on WYLN. Williamsport showing some patience. Ryan Brown out to Jeremiah Washington. Dexter Slaughter with a no-look pass. Justin Holt wasn't there to receive it. Turnover for Williamsport.
Williamsport used to playing a little bit of an up-tempo game. There they slowed it down just a little, committed an error. So Hazleton area in good shape here to narrow the deficit even further.
Chris Leib will take a three. The shot is up, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll be Williamsport basketball. Checking into the game is number 40, David Fatherly, and number 21, Sean Roberts, replacing Kinley and Slaughter.
David Fatherly is a freshman. 6'1".
Brown from the corner for three. Does not get the roll. Underneath Holt, out to Brown. Back to Roberts. Going to drive and dish to Holt. Shot no good. Rebounded by Fatherly. Fatherly is going to be called for it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be stay Williamsport possession.
Right, got a hand on the ball. Hazleton area got a hand on the ball. Here you see the replay. Fatherly on the jump. Here you see calling. Williamsport will inbound under their own basket.
Jeremiah Washington will drive, but he's going to be called for the walk. And it'll be Hazleton area basketball. They trail by 7 with 3:36 remaining in the third quarter.
Washington tried to drive the lane. Definitely a walk called by the official, so Hazleton area again with possession.
Donald Patrick gives to Live. Off the screen. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Brown. Gets it to Fatherly, out to Justin Holt.
Hazleton area has had a couple of opportunities the last 2 times down the floor. Have not been able to convert to points. There you see the turnover, tied at 14-14.
Williamsport trying to build on a 7-point third quarter lead. We're under 3 minutes left in the third quarter here in game 2 of the Roger Snyder Memorial. That three is off the mark, rebounded by Kraus. He's going to throw it back in, and it's going to be taken by Robert. Shot up, and he's going to be fouled by Don Patrick.
I think they're going to call the foul on Patrick. Here you see the replay. Going after the ball. Hazleton area tried to force it off the Williamsport area. Did not happen. Patrick on the foul.
Sean Roberts' first free throws off the mark. The foul was on Patrick. That's his third. Sean Roberts at the line. His second shot off the mark. Rebounded by Veet. They're going to call foul. It might be on Ryan Brown. And this could be the 15th foul for Williamsport with 2:42 left in the third quarter.
Ryan Brown with the foul. Again, going to be at the limit here very quickly. Not out of the third quarter. We have 2:40 left in the third quarter.
Chris Leibel bringing up, and one interesting thing, Williamsport head coach Mike Bailey has kept Chevy Troutman out of most of this third quarter, and that's what seemed to spur on Hazleton area's run.
There's no doubt that his presence inside makes a big difference.
Patrick maneuvering in the air, shot no good, but it'll stay Hazleton area basketball.
You were talking about him being such a presence at 6'7" inside, Marty. Has not played just a minute here in the third quarter, and Hazleton area has narrowed the gap to 7.
Chris Leib shot up, no good, rebounded by Fatherly.
Also, Torrance Johnson is out of the ball game, has been for the last several minutes for Williamsport. Coach Bailey looking at a different combination on the floor.
Roberts inside the Fatherly, has it stolen by Veet. We've been stuck at 30-23 Williamsport for a long time here. Veet shot up and good. It's 30-25 Williamsport, 11 points for Veet.
Nice jumper by Jonathan Veet.
Patrick with the steal. Hazleton area will try to cut this 5-point deficit to 3 or 2. Royan will take a three. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Kraus.
Good rebound by Jonathan Kraus. Goes up high, takes it away from the Williamsport player.
Patrick with the move. He's going to be fouled. He'll shoot 2. Looks like David Fatherly on the foul. Excuse me, Sean Roberts maybe.
Here you see Patrick, ball inside, goes to his left and his right. Fouled by Sean Roberts.
Torrance Jackson's going to check back in. He's at the scoring table for Williamsport. Don Patrick to shoot 2. He's got 2 points on the evening. First shot, no good. Johnson checks in along with Dexter Slaughter. Sitting down is Roberts and Holt. So out on the floor for Williamsport, Brown, Washington, Johnson, Slaughter, and David Fatherly. Hazleton out there with Kraus, Leib, Broyan, Patrick, and Veet. 30-26. Williamsport leads. We're under a minute left in the third quarter. Johnson gets it to Brown. He's going to drive. He dishes to David Fatherly. His shot is up and good. 32-26. Williamsport.
Nice job by Ryan Brown dishing it off to Fatherly. Fatherly with the layup.
Hazleton area trails by 6. Half a minute left in the third quarter. I would think Hazleton area might hold for 1 or the best shot available.
That was Williamsport's first basket since 6 minutes and 40 seconds of the third quarter.
Kraus to Patrick inside to Veet. Shot is no good. Williamsport, plenty of time to get another basket. Slaughter to Washington. Gets control of it. Behind his back, goes up, and he's going to be called for the charge. Don Patrick taking that charge. That'll be Washington's third.
Offensive foul, 4 seconds left. Time for Hazleton to convert here. They have to do a good job of getting the ball down the floor.
Now, the one thing you haven't seen out of Hazleton area was send somebody deep. I thought maybe they might try that. Live's going to try a desperation heave. It's no good. We're at the end of the third quarter. Williamsport 32, Hazleton area 26. The fourth quarter is next.
You see Hazleton area narrowed the gap in the third quarter. Troutman back in the ball game for Williamsport. Makes his presence felt early with that block.
We're going to have a travel against Williamsport. So out on the floor, Johnson, Troutman, Sam Fatherly, Slaughter, and Holt. Out there for Hazleton area, Kraus, Broyen, Leib, Veet, and Patrick. Patrick finds Bobby Broyen. There's a three for Broyen. It's good. 32-29, Williamsport.
Broyen hit a three in the middle of the third quarter to bring them a little closer.
Johnson's going to be called for the charge. Jason Kraus taking it. Third quarter shooting. After three quarters, Williamsport at 52%. Hazleton area up to 36.
Improved on their halftime total.
Bobby Broyen bringing the ball up. He's double teamed. Trying to find the open man. He finds Patrick in the corner. Dumps it inside for Veet, but it's knocked away. Nice play by Sam Fatherly.
Fatherly, good hustle defensively for Williamsport, knocking it out of bounds. Chris Leib takes inbounds it for Hazleton area.
Leib driving to the basket. It's up and good. Hazleton trails by one.
Good job by Leib. Penetration puts it up and over Troutman.
And we've got a timeout on the floor by Williamsport. We'll see what Coach Bailey elects to take. And it's going to be a full timeout. So the score, Williamsport 32, Hazleton area 31. Meet
in 120.
We thank the councilman, Jim Shapper, for that. Holt looking inside for Troutman. Slaughter recovers, has it knocked away. Troutman's shot is up and good. He's got 17. The lead is back to 3.
Troutman powerful underneath. Just goes up for that short jumper. Several Hazleton area players around.
Chris Leib gets the ball back from Jonathan Veet. Looking to take Derek Slaughter. Gets it out to Kraus. Swung to Broyen and it's blocked. Broyen recovers. Finds Veet. His three. No good. Fatherly with a spin. No good, but it's going to be put back by Troutman. He's got 19. The lead is suddenly up to 5.
Chevy Troutman did not have position on that rebound. Still was able to take it away and put it back up. With Chevy Troutman inside, Williamsport opens up a 5-point lead after there was a 1-point deficit.
Chris Leib to Patrick. Shot is off the mark, rebounded by Fatherly. Derek Slaughter takes the ball. He's going to slow it down for the Millionaires. Up 5, 4:40 and counting remaining. Troutman up and in. He's got 21. And all of a sudden, 38-31 Williamsport.
We talked about him being a force inside, and he certainly proved that here in the fourth quarter. He was out for most of the third quarter. Williamsport had their lead narrowed to 1 by Hazleton area. And here we're going to have a timeout called.
Bruce Leib has taken a timeout. He's got 1 remaining with 4:22 remaining in the fourth. Hazleton area trails 38-31 to the Williamsport Millionaires in Game 2 of the first annual Roger Snyder Memorial Basketball Classic. We'd like to remind you that on first we'll remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Valley Pharmacy, Route 93 in Cunningham for complete prescription services and all your health care needs. See the pharmacist you know and trust at Valley Pharmacy, 788-4444. And what I was about to say is that our next game or games here on WYLN will come 2 weeks from tonight. We'll go across the street to Maple Manor and Bishop Hafey High School, where it'll be the Bishop Hafey Roundball Classic. The matchups, as I was told by Bill Phillips, have changed originally from the original plan. The matchups will be Marion Catholic against Wyalusing, and in Game 2 it'll be Pius X against the host Bishop Hafey Vikings. We invite you to tune in that night because between games we will have the first ever Bishop Hafey Wall of Fame ceremonies between both games, so that'll start 6 o'clock, December the 29th, 2 weeks from tonight, right here live on WYLN. Hazleton area to inbound. They trail by 7. Chris Live with the basketball. He's going to take it to the basket, and he's going to be fouled.
Nice job by Live going to his left. Good penetration. Was fouled on the drive, and he'll go to the line.
That'll be the 4th foul on Chevy Troutman.
Right there you see Troutman. He catches him from behind. Official makes the call.
Chris Live gets the shooter's roll. He's got 8 points. 38-32 Williamsport. Second is good. Cuts the deficit to 6. Fartherly to Johnson for 3, off the mark. Rebounded by Veet, and if that's on Chevy Troutman, that is his 5th foul.
I think they're going to call it on Troutman, pushing from behind. That will be his 5th.
That is his 5th, so Chevy Troutman has fouled out of the game with 21 points, 21 of the 38 for Williamsport. A big loss for the Millionaires. And a big break for Hazleton area. Jonathan Veet will go to the line. And according to the clock, that's their 10th team foul also for Williamsport. So if I'm not mistaken, Jonathan Veet will go to the line to shoot 2.
Big turn of events. Troutman, who's been such a force inside for Williamsport, fouls out with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left. One of the things Hazleton area has to do is convert the foul shots at this point, Marty.
Hazleton area down 5. Veet's second no good, so he misses both free throws. And Sam Farley's going to be called for the charge, and I believe that's his 4th.
We had a good look at that, there's no doubt. Hazleton area player had good position. Sam Farley tried to go to the baseline, nothing there. Was called for the offensive foul. Hazleton inbounds.
Hazleton area trails by 5 with 3:57 left in the 4th quarter. Chris Live, the sophomore point guard, will bring it up. Chevy Troutman, the 6'7" junior, has fouled out with 21 points.
Hazleton area with plenty of time to work their offense, down by 5.
Live's jumper from the foul line, no good. Rebounded by David Fatherly. There you see the time remaining and the score in Game 2 of the Roger Snyder Memorial Basketball Classic right here on WYLN.
Williamsport setting it up at midcourt. Force Hazleton to come out on the ball.
Forcing them out of the zone and forcing them to take a man. Or at least extend the zone. Slaughter picked up his dribble that finds Johnson inside to David Fatherly. And he regains control.
Fatherly looked like he had lost it. Hazleton area player on top of the ball, but then he lost it, and Williamsport regains possession. 2:40 left, 4th quarter.
Williamsport looking to slow it down. 38-33. Williamsport leads. 2.5 left in the fourth quarter.
They're looking for the move to the basket.
Brown shot off the mark. Rebounded by, looked like Derek Slaughter, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Called it on Don Patrick. So Slaughter goes to the line to shoot 2. Foul on Don Patrick.
And that's his 4th.
Here's the replay. There you see Patrick from behind on Slaughter.
Slaughter misses the first. He's got 4 points on the night. He's going to try to increase Williamsport lead to 6 with 2:22 left in the fourth. His second is good. He's got 5. The lead is 6.
6-point deficit, 2:19.
Shot is up, no good. Beat steps out of bounds trying to keep the ball inbounds, and it'll be Williamsport basketball. They lead by 6.
Here you see the replay. Beat going after the ball, stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Hazleton area gives it up, but we have a walk on Williamsport. So Hazleton area has another opportunity with 2:07 left, fourth quarter.
We're at the 2-minute mark left in the fourth quarter. 39-33, Williamsport leads. Bryan inside the V. Over to Patrick, his jumper. Off the mark, rebounded by Johnson. And he wants to run with it. Johnson gets the return, his shot is up, off the mark, rebounded by Kraus. And he is going to be fouled by David Fatherly. Kraus will go to the line to shoot 2.
Nice rebound by Jason Kraus. Fatherly goes over the top, trying to get the ball back, so the foul was called. Kraus to the line. Important foul shooting right here.
Minute 38 remains. The clock is stopped. Hazleton area to shoot 2. They trail by 6. Jason Kraus, the free throw shooter. That shot is no good.
They've missed the last 3 foul shots here in the last 3 minutes.
Jared Kinley checking in for Williamsport. Kraus cuts to the deficit to 39-34 Williamsport. Williamsport's going to take a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. So Williamsport with a 5-point lead here in Game 2 of the first annual Roger Snyder Memorial Basketball Classic. And Joe DeMelfi, we're almost through the doubleheader here this evening. Your thoughts so far tonight?
First ball game, Bishop O'Hara was very impressed with. Tonight, Williamsport very much impressed with. Troutman inside. Terrence Johnson's a very nice player for them. They move the ball well on offense. They play strong defense and are very quick. I think Hazleton area has played very well the second half. At the beginning of the second quarter, they hit a downturn, fell behind. They were behind by 13 at the half, but the third quarter they came back. Troutman was out of the ballgame for Williamsport most of the third quarter. And I think that helped Hazleton area inside. They're down 5. They have 1:38 left.
We like to remind you that 3 weeks from tonight, we're going to get a look at what many think might be the class of the Wyoming Valley Conference Division 1. Wyoming Valley West Spartans against Hazleton area. Wyoming Valley West a 9-point victor last night over Pottsville. Note the start time, 7:45 live from Hazleton Area High School right here on WYLN. Williamsport with the basketball. Johnson loses control. It'll be Hazleton area basketball. And first, now they're going to say that Hazleton area touched the ball out of bounds. It'll be Williamsport basketball.
Overturned. The other official said that Hazleton area had touched the ball last. Fans not real crazy about the call, but he had a pretty good look at it.
Plus, I got to think that's the correct call. It looked like the Hazleton area player, I believe it was Jonathan Veith, did knock the ball out of bounds. Bill Jamison in for Don Patrick, trying to protect Patrick with his 4 fouls. Looking for Fatherly, it's knocked away. Bryan will commit the foul. That's only the 4th team foul on Hazleton area.
Nice job by Jonathan Veith. knocking the ball away. Williamsport will have possession. Don Patrick back in the ball game with 1:19 left, fourth quarter.
Williamsport can't get the ball in bounds. They're going to be forced to take a 20-second timeout. As I mentioned before, our next telecast will be 2 weeks from tonight from Bishop Hayfie, the Hayfie Roundball Classic. Game 1, Marion Catholic and Wyalusing. Game 2, the host Vikings of Bishop Hayfie playing Pius X. Our coverage will begin live at 6 o'clock here on WYLN. In between games, it'll be the Bishop Hayfie first ever Wall of Fame ceremonies. So we invite you to join us December the 29th from Bishop Hayfie, starting at 6 o'clock. And then 3 weeks from tonight, it'll be Wyoming Valley West and Hazleton area. Note the start time, 7:45. Our situation right here, 39-34, as you see on the scoreboard. 1:19 remaining left here in the fourth quarter. Lawrence Johnson going to the basket. His shot is up and good, 41-34, Williamsport.
Lawrence Johnson takes over, takes the ball, inbounded to him, drives to the basket, puts it up for two. 7-point lead for Williamsport. Hazleton area needs to get the ball up quickly. 55 seconds left in the ball game. They're down by 7.
Live shot is up, and it is no good. They're going to call live for the charge.
Call offensive foul on Chris Live. He drove the baseline. Gives it up to Williamsport. 50 seconds left.
Williamsport facing some full court pressure. Slaughter bringing it up. He's going to take it all the way. The shot is up and good. Williamsport is up 9.
Derek Slaughter, good drive to the basket.
They're going to call a foul against Chris Live against Torrance Johnson, his third. So Chris Live will go to the line to shoot 2.
Hazleton area has hit a little dry spell here at the end of the fourth quarter. With 4:02, they had 33 points. They scored 1 point here in the last 4 minutes.
Live's first is no good. Eric Yablonsky and Bill Jamison checking in for Patrick and Kraus. Second shot, no good. Rebounded by Veet, and he's going to be fouled. So Jonathan Veet will go to the line. 33.9 seconds remain in the fourth quarter.
Here you see the replay. Veet going up. Fouled by Torrance Johnson.
They actually credited the foul to Jared Kinley. Veet misses another free throw. And since Troutman fouled out, Hazleton area is one of 8 from the foul line.
Really hurt them here in the fourth quarter.
Williamsport's lead is 9. They're going to try to run out the rest of the clock here. Holt will be fouled by Broyan. That's the 16th foul, the 4th foul against Bobby Broyan. 13.2 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. The second game in the Roger Snyder Memorial Basketball Classic right here from Hazleton Area High School.
Williamsport inbounds, 13 seconds. Have another foul. I believe they're going to call it on number 15th, Yablonsky, for Hazleton area.
And Sam Fatherly will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Fatherly hits that shot. Lead is back to double digits. But I don't think the final score will indicate how close this game was near the end.
Real close with about 4 minutes left, and the Hazleton area hit a dry spell.
45-34 Williamsport. We're under 10 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. 3-point shot by Veet was in and out, and that is the ball game. The game has gone final. Williamsport has defeated Hazleton area by a final score of 45-34. Chevy Troutman, a very impressive performance. 21 points before he fouled out with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
When he was in the ball game, Marty, in the first half, dominating force, scored, played great defense. He is definitely, and he's only a junior. Great job underneath by Chevy Troutman. Torrance Johnson, 6'9", forward, played out front, handled the ball well. Went in for a dunk early in the first half. One of the things that hurt Hazleton, 3 out of 10 at the foul line in the last 5 minutes. And those 7 points right there wouldn't have won the game for them, but would have put them a little closer. One of the things you have to do is convert from the foul line.
But even though that Hazleton area now drops to 0-5, very tough preseason schedule for Hazleton area. Definitely something to build on as they get ready for the Wyoming Valley Conference season to start.
There's no doubt. We said this before. The Hatboro Horsham tournament, Williamsport, Pottsville, very good teams. I think we're ready to go to Tim Thompson here in a second.
As you said, our sports director Tim Thompson is courtside for the winning trophy presentation.
It has been a privilege for WYLN to sponsor tonight's basketball games in memory of Roger Snyder. With me are his children, Nicole and Aaron, who will present the plaque for winning the second game. Williamsport will be receiving the plaque. Coach Bailey will accept.
Thank you, sir.
Here you go, shake his hand. We'd like to thank everyone for helping make this a success. This will become an annual event.
Thanks a lot, Tim, and we echo Tim's sentiments that we would like to definitely make this an annual event in memory of Roger Snyder. A great night of basketball, Joe.
Yes, both games I thought that we saw some good teams, as I had mentioned earlier. Bishop O'Hara played well. Bishop Hafey with the young team also played well early, just couldn't stay with Bishop O'Hara. And Williamsport definitely is an impressive basketball team. I thought Hazleton played a little more up-tempo against Pottsville. They seemed to hit a little bit of a snag, didn't play well at certain parts of that game. But tonight they played well. Again, foul shooting at the end of the ball game hurt them.
And when you put on an event like this, it becomes very hard to mention everybody, so we'd just like to throw out a general thanks to everyone involved who helped put this evening together for the Roger Snyder Memorial Basketball Classic. And now, as we say goodbye from Hazleton Area High School, for the people in charge of site